Hi, boys and girls. As you know, I'm going to be out of town for a few days, and you guys have left for the day, so I thought I'd record some of the lessons that we were going to do, and that way you can kind of do them with me, and that your guest teacher won't have to worry. So today, I wanted to talk to you about how sometimes when we're sorting and we're putting things into groups, we can look at the same objects and we can group them in different ways. You have to forgive me, my hair is poop today. All the hot weather makes it do that. So an example would be, and we talked a little bit about this the other day, I have all of these buttons, right? So I've got a red one and a pink one. I've got a yellow one and a green one and a blue one and another blue one and another pink one. I could sort these buttons by color, and if I did that, I'd put all my pink buttons together, all my blue buttons together, all my red ones, my green ones, and my yellow ones. So as you can see, I have a lot of groups, and each group has the same color. So all of this bag would be sorted out by color. Can you think of another way I could sort these buttons? Well, I thought of one myself. Hopefully you thought of this too. How many holes? This yellow one has 2 holes, and this bigger yellow one has 2 holes, and this blue one, and this blue one. All of these buttons have 2 holes, but my pink ones, my red one, and my green one all have 4 holes. So I could put all of the buttons that have 4 holes in one group and all of the buttons that have 2 holes into one group. So that makes 2 groups. Are there any other ways I could sort these buttons? How about by size? These yellow and blue buttons are the same size. They can go into a group. These pink and red buttons are the same size too. They can also go into a group. So there are several different ways that I can sort my buttons. I can sort them by color. I can sort them by size. I can sort them by how many holes are in the button. Another thing I could even do is these buttons, if you look, they have sort of an outside ridge here. I could put all the buttons made that way in one group, and then this one is a smooth one. It doesn't have that ridge. So I could put those buttons in a group. I have a yellow one that's smooth with no ridge. I have a red one that has a ridge around the edge. If I look at my buttons long enough, I can find many different groups and ways to put them into groups. And so today, I thought that would be kind of a fun introduction to that topic. Now you guys are going to be doing a little practice with your math. And you have to forgive me because I laid my papers over here and then I buried them. You have your own button jar, and it says sort by the number of circles on each button using different colors. So how are we going to sort these buttons? It sounds like we're sorting them by how many buttonholes they have, or how many holes they have. So for example, this one has 2 holes, and this one has 2 holes. I need to color those the same color. And sorry, dear, I forgot my crayon. Let me grab it real fast. Miss Phrases left her stuff on the other side of the room. Okay. So, sorry guys. Forgetful sometimes. I'm going to use this color, and I'm going to color all of the buttons that have 2 holes because I'm putting them into a group together and I'm making them all the same color. So are we sorting these buttons by color? No. We don't even know what color they are. Are we sorting them by size? No. How are we sorting these? We are sorting them into a group based on how many holes are in the button. Now, why do buttons have holes anyway? Do you know? Well, they have holes so that they can be sewn onto your clothing. You take a needle, and you put a little thread on it, and then you will use that thread to go up through the buttonhole and down through the next buttonhole, and that is how you hold them together. So I'm basically going through, and I'm going to use this color to put on all of my buttons that have 2 holes. Do you think you can do that too? Now you can use whatever color you want, but it has to be the same color. All buttons that have 2 holes should be the same color. Now I also have buttons that have 4 holes. I'm going to pick a totally different color for those buttons. Black, why not? So all of my buttons that have 4 holes, I'm going to color black. When I'm done, I should have one group of black buttons with 4 holes and one group that's kind of a pinkish red. What is that called anyway? Oh, it's called red violet. And it had, all of those buttons will have 2 holes. So why don't you go ahead and start on that. Now when you are finished, you also get to do a game. So it is where you roll the dice and you write the number. So first, trace the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Roll your die. If you get a 1, write a 1. You guys have done papers like this before, so this is just a fun practice of writing our numbers. And you also will count to see how many dots and write that number here. I think both of those papers are pretty easy for you guys. Work hard and do your best work. You don't want to rush through your work. And you can take your math pages home with you today. Show Mommy and Daddy how you're practicing sorting things by different attributes. An attribute is a way of describing. The color of something is an attribute. The size of something is an attribute. The number of holes in a button is an attribute. All right, I hope you're having a great day. I've already got 2 of my 4 holes and 3 of my 2 holes, and I'm going to keep coloring until I've colored all my buttons so that I have 2 groups. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.